So booth location. Booth location is one of those interesting things that everyone has their theory for, okay? Does anyone have a specific spot that they like to put their booth if they have their choice? Near the lounge, okay, we're gonna get to that, okay. Some people like the entrance is one of the ones that I get a lot, and entrance is often a very prestigious place to be, especially a big computer show, Microsoft, you know, you come in, or Apple or whatever, they're the big booths. The problem with the front is that when people come in, those are the booths you expect to see, and I've been at the front of a show where I had $1,000 of money in my hand, which I'm willing to give away as part of my presentation. And people, they opened the doors, people ran. And this is an IT show, we're talking nerds here, okay? So, but they ran in, and I'm just right by me, and I'm like, what's going on? And it's this whole, yeah, I see you, I wanna see what else is here. You know what I mean? There's that little bit of, now the other side of it is that you're at the entrance, every time they come in, they're gonna see your booth, right? So there is, it's kind of a double-edged sword, that one a little bit, okay? That people will want to come back, and some of these big shows, they want to come back to the front, but you know what? It's such a big show, sometimes they never do. They end up wandering and they get lost in the back and they just stay back there, okay? So the entrance, I think there's a valid point to the entrance, but there's a caveat there. Near the washrooms, some people, oh yeah, my booth's right by the washrooms. That's a biological need. Everyone needs to go by my booth, right? And so that, I don't know, like to me, I think if they're going by your booth on the way to the washrooms, probably not on their mind right now. Like you're like, oh no, you know. So I don't, and then on the way back, I don't know. It's, if that's all you've got going for your booth, that's fine. You know, that maybe that's a good thing, okay? So I think there's kind of different levels of attraction and magnetic potential that your booth has. And if that's all you got going, maybe go by the washrooms, all right? Then there's the food and beverage station. You know, that's what you're saying, the lounge, right? And yes, people are gonna be going to the food and beverage stations and doing stuff. Although I find there's a mind shift of going into social mode, not business mode. You know what I mean? So people will be getting their drinks and their food, but they're maybe not wanting to talk business as much as they were when they were hardcore just going booth to booth, okay? Now, if they're hanging out by your booth and they're looking at your signage and you feel that there's some marketing impressions going on there, then that's great, okay? It's maybe not like hardcore acquire the lead kind of marketing, right? So it depends again on what your expectations are, okay? And then the Dexter rule, the right-handed rule, some people, I don't know, I've heard this rule and I don't know if there's any validity to it, but I just want to address it. Some people feel that people come into a booth and then they tend to turn right, come into the show floor, pardon me, and then they tend to turn right, and then they end up kind of on the right side of the floor. I don't know, I'm left-handed, so maybe you have to be right-handed to do that, I don't know. But I don't see that being as a real valid one. But the one that I do put some credence in is the traffic triangle. Has anyone heard of the traffic triangle? I'll give you, this is a little picture of what it looks like. That might jog your memory if you've ever seen it. Some people believe, and I think this to be true, is that the entrance is right here, okay? And it fans out to the back corners of the room. Anything that's in that light area is considered a good spot in the traffic triangle theory, okay? So what the idea of it is, you come in to the trade show floor and you're looking around and you start going and you start going down the aisles and you end up kind of getting lost in the back, which I think happens, okay? And people will start traversing back and forth. And in those front corners, not much happens.